What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you right now. Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games. Super excited to hop back into yet another mission on Teardown's campaign. I want to be completely upfront and transparent about this next one, though, just because I have actually completed it already. What actually happened is I had a problem recording this episode. It was running a little over 3 hours. It took me a long time to set up and actually complete flooding, and I didn't realize that it doubled into the chase as well. It recorded too long and actually got corrupted. So I didn't realize until I was actually completely done with both of those two missions that the file had actually corrupted. So what I'm gonna do, just to kind of keep things rolling, is hop back in here. I'm gonna replay flooding. Again, it did take me a very long time to set up. It would have probably been pretty boring for you guys to watch anyways. I'm going to try and set up very similarly to what I did this last time, just to show you how I did it. But I did escape with 0.6 seconds left. So again, it was a very tight one. I enjoyed doing it. I learned a lot. It's not going to be as experimental this time, obviously, as it was my first time around. But I will still try and walk through as much as best I can, kind of what I'm doing and why and how I'm thinking about it. As you can see here, I did complete flooding yesterday, and I didn't realize that as soon as you complete flooding, it takes you into the chase, which I completed as well. So I will have a video on that also, because I did learn quite a few things in just kind of chugging along that mission. But I do want to pop back in here just for the essence of the people who have been following along this series. Truly appreciate it, and I do want to make sure that I'm following some sort of order. But I wanted to be completely transparent and upfront, because it's going to be pretty obvious that I've completed this before. But I just wanted you to know how the first time for me went. It did take a very long time here. Obviously, a mission time of 76 minutes. I can promise you it was a lot longer than that. And we did have 0.6 seconds left when we finished. So I'm hoping on setting this up. Again, I'm going to try and set it up as closely to as I did before, knowing now what I know. I'm hoping that it's not going to be as much of a struggle and it's not going to take 3 hours to do this, but we'll see here. So just hopping into this mission, one thing that I did learn is that the best way to kind of traverse this map, since everything is covered in water, is to spend as much time as you can on the roof. There isn't a whole lot of vehicles and stuff that you can use in this map. Obviously, there's like the upturned cars and stuff here. We have the dump truck. We have the red truck. We have this kind of like bulldozer thing back here. We do have a speedboat. There was a platform that I kind of tried messing around with the other day and couldn't really get to do anything for me. I ended up using this kind of rowboat, speedboat, little tin boat thing as a bridge to bridge my gap between this roof and the tower. What I had the single most challenging time with was trying to bridge this gap so that I didn't have to spend 10 seconds running from the top of this tower across the dam and into here. So that's likely where it's going to take me the longest. Again, right here is just setting up this portion. What I ended up doing was using the objective boat from here, adding a couple of planks once I could get this to fall in the right area, and then we use the backhoe just to have the kind of bucket boom as our little ramp up into here. We were able to park our semi just alongside here and had our speedboat backed up right into here. We essentially, at the end of it, just straight lined right in, took this out, and we were able to make the transition into the boat. Like I said, it was a very narrow escape, so I'm sure I'm not doing it completely properly still. 0.6 seconds left doesn't make it like it's a very efficient run. I'm sure I'm missing something glaringly obvious. I did not want to spoil anything in looking it up, even after the fact of completing it, because I do want to have a legitimate setup again for you guys, even though I have actually completed this now. So enough talking on this one. I'll show you kind of what my strategy was before. So what I did was just kind of come up this pipe, and I don't remember off the top of my head if I was able to just come in here. I think I was. Yeah. So I just don't remember if I actually just came up through the pipe. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So we'll come up through the pipe here. I'm going to just use a shotgun because I don't want to separate the wall and this pipe. This pipe is pretty pivotal, especially to start your run. I found anyways. So we'll just clear this trash out. Kind of stuck here. Okay, so we're able to just boot right on through here. I'm just gonna move these skids for now. I'm gonna move all this stuff. I'm gonna move, I think I can move this. I might have needed to keep that. No, it should be fine. I think I had that in my last run, and sometimes I was getting caught on it during my run, but okay, so this is uncovered here. Then we just blew a hole into here, and I think I went on the roof from here, if I'm not mistaken. So we were able to basically just make a plank. I might need to hollow out that roof a little bit so that we can put a plank up in here. But I spent a lot of time at the very beginning in my first playthrough in this mission trying to figure out really how I'm supposed to traverse this terrain. I was trying to set up boats to cover the most ground that I could. I was trying to figure out what buildings made the most sense to go into and when. And it took me, admittedly, quite a while to figure out that you really need to kind of stay on the roof to kind of make this make sense, or to be able to do it quickly. And if you're able to stay on the roof, you are able to get to all of the objectives, which is super helpful here. So I know as soon as I made it to this roof, I came booting out over to this one here. We just crossed along the pole, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, we didn't. I think we came across this roof. And then I just have to see how everything lines up. That's the only thing I'm not 100% sure on. But it is relatively easy once you kind of figure out now. Okay, yeah, so that's nice and easy. Now, I don't know if I'd be able to make a plank here. I'm content on just jumping if I need to, but planks definitely do help. I don't think I made a plank between each one of these last time. I was pretty reliant on jumping, but if I can put a plank to run across, I really might as well. I know for sure I blew this chunk of railing out. Okay, that sucks. That really sucks. I did not expect to go through and sever that connection on that shot, so that's gonna lose a little bit of time on that already. Let's go ahead and quickly set this up again. It sucks to lose that, but again, like, I know what I need to do on this one. It's just going through and doing it. It's very nice to know that what I actually did for a setup worked yesterday. I'm hoping to make that at least a little bit more efficient, but ultimately, though, I did get the 8 objectives, so I want to just show you how I did it. And that's going to be the game plan for this one as well. I don't know if after you go through and replay this mission, if it boots you into the chase right off of the end of this or not. I would assume probably not, because I can go back and play the chase separately. So I would assume it does not work that way, but we will see. Again, I'm just going to use this as a way to get up here. Set up our plank again. Oy. Okay, I just want to be very careful with these planks here. Okay. Hopefully that'll stay. Looks like it should be fine. So again, came over here, booted into this. I'm going to quick save just in case that happens again. Use our shotgun here. Actually, I'm going to just use rocket launcher because I didn't really use rocket launcher too much last time. Should get me a little bit more space here. I'm going to have to take some of that wall out. You can see too that after we completed the chase mission, we got the nitroglycerin as a new tool, which is super awesome. Have not used it yet. I did go through and upgrade the amount of rounds that we can have, just because I'm really appreciating the ability to kind of have a bunch of tools that are going to give me the option to make a bunch of holes. So just to bring everybody up to speed with kind of what I did, as you're not going to get to see that next time, or in this playthrough, I guess. Quick save this just as we set up here. Just want this to be a nice straight go. So as I was saying, I did plank down from here into here. Just want to make sure that this is a nice clean ramp that we're able to come up and down. Yep, nice and easy. I'm going to just pull this a little closer as well. I'm going to save. I'm going to pull this just a little closer so it's one, maybe less second that we need to run. I'm going to just quickly set all this up, and then we'll go through and actually paint my path. It's probably easiest to do it that way. Could have made a plank over this way, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Okay, so what did we do from here? So that's those. This one is the boat, so this one's the mobile objective. That one's pretty easy. I don't remember at what point I got this. I think I started at this one, came out and hopped up the pole, went to here, went across the roof here. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so then this one, I just blew a hole in the roof above this. So I have to actually figure out where this is. This one's the one that's up in the rafters, so you can just kind of blow a hole that way. You don't need to. Okay, you can see it's just right here. So I just blew a hole in the rafters. You do kind of have to position yourself a little bit. I was able to actually get it into a position where I could pull it out onto the roof. Gonna see. Again, obviously I don't want to like sever this wire, but if I can get this on the roof, it's pretty helpful. I'm just trying to make it easy to pick up while we're on our run here. Sucks that I fell off the roof there because you do lose a little bit of time having to go back up through these ramps and stuff here. And I do have to set up that last objective as well on this side, but it should be relatively easy to do. Let's go back up here. Okay, I'm actually going to just move this one a little bit closer into our path as well. Gonna just keep quick saving, but again, there, that should be fine. Okay, so I want to try and pull this onto the roof a little bit here. Get rid of this satellite dish. I'm gonna get rid of all this garbage. I don't know if I can reach it from here. I was able to, with where I positioned the hole in the roof last time, I was able to actually have this sit on the roof. This one, it looks like it's going to be a little too tight, but yeah, but that still might not matter. As long as I pick it up from here, I should be okay. So I just have to make a note of where we need to pick this up. I might actually just see if I can put it on here anyways. Okay, I got really lucky with that wire. Okay, so that's very obvious. I don't have to try. I should be able to just kind of on our run here, swing by and pick this up. So what I did now, or what I do next, is I don't want to have to spend really any time swimming. So what I did was just sit that little rowboat thing. I have to clear a little bit of space here just so that the boat can sit without getting damaged and sink. Obviously by doing this, I didn't realize that there was like a secret achievement or that there was an achievement in this map to complete this without getting wet. Obviously at this point I'm just trying to do this for all 8 objectives, so I don't really, oh, I didn't want to do double bomb there, but I don't really, wow, there's a lot of blast radius there. But we were able to like level the entire gate there. But anyways, I'm not too big on the achievement right now. That's something that I will go back and do eventually, but I just want to make sure with this that we're going to be able to position the boat properly, that we're able to hop off the roof here, and that we're also going to be able to bridge the gap to the lighthouse. So it's going to be extremely important because obviously swimming is pretty slow, and I want to stay out of the water if and when possible. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to go set that boat up. I think on the way though we can set up that first objective where we're actually going to be starting our mission though too. So let's go ahead and get this one. I'm actually just going to quick save really quickly here. I'm going to quick save again when I get here. So this is where we're going to be crashing into. I just need to remember how I actually, okay, where I actually start this objective from. I'm pretty sure I didn't bother blowing apart this wall. Just hop onto this roof here and you can see that we have our first objective just right here. So I think I was able to okay, I should be able to just sit on it and blow the wall out. And as with these other objectives as well, I've just been kind of pulling it out as much as I possibly can to buy me that little bit of time, a little bit of space, so I can try and clean that stuff up properly. Okay. I don't think with this one I was able to sit it on the roof, but maybe I was. Looks like it's not so bad. It's pretty tight here. That might be as good as I can get it, but that's not a big deal. Already, just like this, we would be able to start. Should be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna quick save that. So I'm gonna map out this path really quickly right now. Actually, no, I'll wait to set up the entire thing, I think. Or at least we'll get this boat underway and then we'll set that up. Okay, so where's this boat that we need? It's like in the far corner. It's all the way over here, so spend a little bit of time getting all the way over there. Again, I spent a lot of time trying to move this platform and stuff. I realized that this boat wouldn't move the platform. I was able to move the platform with cables. Nudging the platform did not work, but I was able to move the platform with cables. I just couldn't seem to maneuver it enough to get it in a position where it was really going to help. I feel like this is put in this map to have the opportunity to use it. I just don't really know where I would. I would imagine probably like where I'm setting this boat and stuff up would make sense to be able to use it kind of there. But honestly, with this boat, I had good enough luck with it, so it didn't really matter. Maybe we could use the ramp on the building on our right, but kind of what I put together, it was pretty rinky-dink, but it did help me get the job done, so I'm not too concerned. But I'm very curious to see what the actual solution for this is as well. I tried also kind of knocking down some of those power line towers, just to see if somehow I could always get them to fall in the same direction, just to see if that would maybe kind of create some walkways or like bridges or something for me. And with the exception of the one that's kind of close by here, I couldn't really get what I was thinking to work. So I don't know if that's actually a viable strategy, because it's not that easy to get them to fall in the same way or the same direction every time. So we will have to see. But again, I'm just trying to show you guys how I actually completed this. Not saying by any means that this is the only way or even the best way to do it, because I know it's not, and I'm fine with that. But I did get all 8 objectives. I really didn't want to have to re-record this one, because honestly I did not know how long it was going to take me to set up, even knowing what I know and having successfully completed it. But I do feel like it's going to take out a lot of the trial part of this one, so that's kind of nice, because like I said, it did take me like that, and the chase combined took me about like three and a quarter hours. So okay, so this is a totally fine jump off the roof. I need to make sure though from the top of this boat that I'm able to hit the island. I'm gonna need to move this boat just a little bit. We had a lot of extra room on the back side of it. I want to treat this as almost more of a bridge here. And I think the last time I blew the front of the boat out too, just so we don't get snagged when we're running. So I'm gonna try and just, okay, so that propelled us forward a little bit, but that should be fine. Gonna give this another go here. Super excited to try the nitroglycerin. It's supposed to pack quite a punch as per the tool description. So, and again, I didn't bother increasing the blast radius. I did just want to make sure that I could have as many of those on hand as possible, as my cache would allow right now. So we will see. But yeah, you can see that this one's pretty finicky when you're trying to run along the pipes and stuff, when you're trying to run along the roofs. Let's get back up in here. Nice to see that my planks are staying in place. I'm gonna quick save this again just to make sure. So we're gonna swing by here. Oh, I hit that crack in the roof, and that slowed me down. So that could be an issue. Okay, so that'll be fine. I have to just make sure that when I round that roof that I don't kind of stun my jump. But anyways, with this one, what did we do with this one? I don't remember. I know with this one you only have to get up to the second tier, which is nice, and you can look straight up and just grab this here, which is super helpful. I'm pretty sure this is in and around where we were trying to get the boat and stuff to work. So I'm gonna just blow this out, see how much damage this does. This is gonna hurt. But with this, we're able to pick this up and hop right out here, which is what we did last time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we had our little raft, or we had our little objective boat backed up into here, and it was a really nice bridge for us. But to also make this make sense, we got to get this kind of falling in the right direction. So I'm going to just quick save this, because this is likely going to take me a little while to get right again. I'm going to try and bomb this and see how it falls, what direction it's going to fall. Okay, so that's not going to be in a direction where it helps me, I don't think. That's probably just gonna... Yeah, we need it to fall closer to land. We need it to fall closer to land. Might have a little bit more luck controlling it with my shotgun here, so we'll see that. And that's going to be too far out as well. You can see it just completely absorbed there, so... Try this again. It's not leaning. Okay. Now it is. But it's still not the way we want it. Okay. So like I said, this is definitely the part that kind of took me the most time. And I don't know if it just kind of glitched in that I was able to use it as a bridge, but it's just gonna fall backwards. So you can see it kind of fell on the shallow end there. That's kind of sweet, but at the same time, I don't really need to bridge this gap as much as it might look like I do. I can do basically the same thing with that bulldozer. I really need this to fall closer to land so I could just use this as a bridge. Because what I did last time was essentially have that boat, the objective boat, backed up into here. I was able to run along the boat. This fell in like the perfect spot that I was able to cover a little bit more of the water, and then I was able to use this backhoe to run us up into that second level. So that's really, if you see me spend a little bit of time on this, that's what I'm trying to recreate. It's just getting the tower to fall in the right direction here. So spend a little bit more time with this. Nope, we go the wrong side. Get the wrong side. I gotta get it to fall towards me, but sometimes it doesn't, even if it's standing on like a little bit of a pixel, it doesn't actually fall or lean. It just keeps going this same way here. So I'm gonna try and take out this other corner instead and see if I can get it to fall the way I need it to fall. No, it's gonna just keep going that way. I don't know if it's because it's connected right now. Those wires are connecting it. I don't remember if I took them off last time or not, but it almost keeps getting pulled in towards here. So I'll have to see if I can take those off, if that'll work a little better. Let's see really quickly here. I'm gonna run alongside the building. Scale this mountain. I'm gonna need to blow a hole in the side or in the back here just to get in. Now initially when I was setting this up, I did have a hole right through there and I was gonna just climb in through this mountain, but again it takes like 10 plus seconds to run from that tower along the dam. Obviously it would take way longer to swim even. So that's really why I'm trying to get this to fall in the right direction. But I might need to get rid of these cables here. I don't know if this is why it's getting pulled towards the tower. In a physics-based game, that would make sense. I don't remember having to do this yesterday, though, so it could have been just a complete fluke that it's happening this way now, or it was happening that way yesterday, but we will see if this makes any difference for us. I really do want to get it to just switch direction. I do need it to fall that way. So you can see it's just kind of standing there still. Okay, well, we got it to fall there, but that's still not really gonna help me. I gotta get it to fall closer to this tower. Okay, that's better. But still not good enough. So it looks like that helps, at least, getting it to fall in the right direction. So I'm going to quick save again now that we're in the water, because I'm still sure we're going to need to do this a couple more times in the right direction here. That's going towards the building because I blew out the wrong side. I definitely don't think it took me this long last time. Just fall that way. No. I need it to fall like straight ahead of me. Gotta take it out like a tree. I wonder if I can do that. No. Wrong way. I really need it to just fall over here. Now in theory, that should not be standing on that. Still gonna fall my way. This is gonna fall backwards, but it's still not. I need it to fall like right kind of where I am right now. Why am I having such a tough time with this? This could work. It's not terrible. I still would like it to be more straight though. We basically had a straight line in this the other day. Oh, you can position this? I definitely thought this would have been too big, too heavy, especially with the water weight. Doesn't really look like I can do too much, but maybe. Okay, let me try this again. I wonder if I shoot it enough, if I can just, if it's standing on like one leg, if I can pull it back. I can somehow. Very surprised by that. Okay. It didn't really go the way I wanted it to, but the sheer fact that you can kind of manipulate that is pretty sweet. That's not the way that's supposed to go. Like you can see, that time I'm not sure why it actually completely separated. Okay, this one is just kind of standing. How do I get it to not fall on the left side? Pull it, but it just pulls it opposite way. Okay. I'm wondering at this point if I should just bring that boat over. Because I don't need it to be mobile, so I mean if I take some damage with the tower falling on it, but that'll at least kind of give me an indication of where I need to be with this tower. So maybe that's what we'll do, is I'm going to bring the boat over right now, because really this is the hardest part to set up, is just having a straight cut across this, because I want to eliminate all of the time that it takes us to run along this dam. And I guess in theory, like a straight shot this way would be not bad as well. I don't know if I can put planks underwater. That's still not the quickest, but we might be able to utilize that railing. I did not do that yesterday. Again, I'm just kind of trying to set up how I know works. but it's being pretty finicky right now, so I'm not sure why that is, but go over and we'll get this objective boat over here. It's kind of just tucked away right now. Took us a little bit of time to get over. I believe... Yeah, I'm hoping that I can basically get it over in one piece, because in the odd chance the tower falls on the boat, that would be fine. I just need to make sure it's going to be able to absorb the impact. So if it's going to explode on us, we're going to be screwed, so... Always just want to make sure that's not going to take out the pipe. I'm going to just get rid of this too, because the boat's a little higher than this. Okay. Get up in here now. And what way do I need to go out of here? I need to, like, yeah, reef it right. So we've already lost some vehicle condition. I see the gate that I need to get it out. But these things really are not that easy to turn in the water. Because we are not going fast, so... I don't mind taking, like, minimal damage here. Small little hits of damage. We're gonna need to be able to absorb that tower falling on us should it kind of line up with what we need to do here. Okay. So you can see we got that out. I'm gonna just save that so we don't need to do that again. I'm gonna need to squeeze up beside the speedboat here. Make sure we can clear the boat and these trees. Okay. I can use this platform, but again, like, I didn't need to yesterday, so I'm not gonna bother. It was really kind of hard to maneuver. I think I just had my cables in the wrong spot, but I was able to pull it over here anyways. It was just kind of hard to back it up to where I needed it to go. Actually, you know what? If I were to move that platform, I probably realistically would not need this tower at this rate. But we'll see. I think I have to watch the railing. Yes, I do. Because this will sink the boat. Just gonna keep tweaking this here. So something like this would be ideal. Just move it just a little bit, kind of get us pointed a little bit more away, or a little bit more towards where we're going to need to go, because the backhoe is only going to be so useful as well. We can really only stretch its limits for so long. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if I can jump out this directly into the boat. I don't think we can. Move this. Okay. Get that out of there. That out of there. Sweet. Oh. Get the objective. Fly out here. Can I put this on the roof? Can. Is it necessary? Probably not, but I have a lot of planks, so I'd rather just make it easy. So let's just do that. Okay. Boom. Simple. Okay. Now again, we need this tower to fall in the best spot. So it looked like it was falling in the right direction. No, too far over. Too far over still. Might have actually been able to adjust that, but just completely lost that one, so it's too deep there. I really want it to basically like line up with the boat here. It's essentially what we were able to do last time. Kind of like that, but not. There definitely has to be an easier way to do this. I should go this side. Stay up. We hit it, but it like just clipped the boat, so it didn't actually. Maybe I need that to actually fall. Nope. Might end up just at this point trying that damn platform, but. Doesn't stay afloat now. I don't even see it under here. Can I plank this? I can. Maybe that's the play then. Maybe I'll just do an entire wood path. Still gonna need to get the elevation. Which is fine. But maybe I'll just do a wood path. Maybe that's the best way. I don't know how much it's gonna help me with this part, because it's completely submerged anyways. Might give me a little bit more traction, a little bit more room. Okay. Whoop. Can't really see what's going on here. See if I can get some elevation on this railing. How far does that let me go? Right there. Okay. So that's not bad. Okay, just gonna make my own bridge at this point. It's actually something that I never really thought of doing, but looks like this would work. Not gonna be able to get that, so I'm gonna move where this boat is now. Where do I need it to be, though? I'm gonna need to eliminate these. Maybe not. Let me see here. I need to. So we're trying to go right up there. Okay. So you have that one. I did have that stuck. Okay. So that should stick then. So maybe I won't even need the backhoe. I probably will. But if we use a combination of the boat and the backhoe, I feel like though we aren't really saving a whole lot of time here. We aren't saving the time that I had saved before by doing this. It's quicker. Don't get me wrong, it's quicker than what we did. But I don't know that this solution will work. I need to drive the boat basically right into these windows. So I'm gonna quick save. We still have 17 planks, so that's more than enough. Even if this doesn't work. Planks have me pinned here. Okay, so we can see I don't want to touch that railing. This boat will not be high enough. I don't think. Looks like no. But we could maybe make use of don't think that's gonna work. So if we have to use the backhoe still, that's fine. We can use the backhoe. Let's get up here and try this again. I'm gonna save again just because. It'd be sweet if this worked. Oh, that's gonna be way too steep. We'll need the backhoe for sure. Okay, so let's bring that over here. So I know, based on everything that I tested yesterday, we can drive the backhoe through this parking lot. I thought at initial kind of first glance here that that was going to be way too deep for this thing, but it was apparently fine. I'm also going to clear these trees and stuff, because I know where I had the truck park last time. The semi-truck park last time, so I'm gonna just basically park that in the same spot because it worked. Make sure I don't flip this. Tried doing a couple of things yesterday though. Like I tried. Okay, that's gonna flip. Doesn't surprise me. I tried uprighting that car there. And that didn't do anything. We actually got it to drive, it's just we couldn't really do anything with it. Like, because this part of the island is so kind of secluded, you couldn't really do anything with it. You couldn't drive it up the mountain. I was gonna try and like drive it at the top of the, drive it to the top of the dam there. Maybe use that to just drive across the top of the dam, but there's no way to actually get it up there. You can't scale the mountain that nicely, so. Again, I'm just gonna drive this over now. I'm gonna try and clear all these trees. Made use of the leaf blower for the first time yesterday also. That thing is crazy, so hopefully gonna just demolish these trees and be able to blow all of that debris into the water. That is a super useful tool. Again, just trying to clear all of this right now though. I had the semi essentially backed up like right against this building, so that when we came down the stairs of that second level, we were good to go. I'm gonna just do all of this tree clearing right now so that once I park the backhoe, it is set. So let's get this going. Gotta be really careful though not to flip this thing. I'm gonna quick save in just a second, but I know for sure I didn't get the machine stuck. Okay. Maybe it would make sense to leaf flow right now. Let's just try this real quick. I want to make sure too though that I'm not going to get this debris in the way of my speedboat when I go to park it. So you can see like that is super helpful. Super helpful. It is fully upgraded. I did that at the end of one of my last episodes there, but big help. Big help. Clears a lot very quickly. Again, I'm gonna need to like kind of go out into the water there just to make sure it's not impeding our speedboat when we get to that point, but just let me quick save. Continue taking all these trees and stuff out. Gonna clean up this debris after as well. But just trying to make a nice clean path for the semi to park alongside here so that we're able to steer the objective. And then at the same time, we had the speedboat parked in the parking lot here as well. We were able to line it up to just kind of straight shot that vent, that kind of duct work by our escape boat, and it's pretty much the end of it. We're close to being able to try this here. Again, I'm still not sold on our pathway here. It's a little different than my setup yesterday. Again, my setup yesterday gave us a bit cleaner of a line across this water. So, admittedly, I'm pretty nervous about that because we did only escape with 0.6 seconds left yesterday to begin with. So I'm kind of nervous that the efficiency that we gained by having that tower drop we're going to lose. The better play might honestly be to get that platform. If I get this stuck, I'm going to have a tough time. Okay, let me just see if I can blow some of this debris out here again. I'm going to blow it the other way though. I don't want to blow it in the water, so I'm going to blow it the other way. Get it fresh out of our path here. Get that all gone. This stuff all gone. Want to make sure that this parking lot is nice and clear so we don't run into any issues. We used a bomb yesterday to clear all this gate so that we can just kind of speed right through. Right there is essentially where, like, basically right here is where we had our speedboat lined up. We aimed for that vent there and we were able to escape, so very close to having this done as long as everything goes well. Takes a little bit of time, even still, to clean up and set up. That's probably fine. I don't think I cleaned out all of these trees. Can't really see what you need to. But again, I don't really remember at the same time. Let's leaf blower again. It's all really going to come down to how close we can truck, where we're going to need to line might need to line the boat up first to give me an idea of where we need to park the truck, but we'll kind of get there when we get there. I'm gonna just, I used bombs yesterday to get rid of all this. I should be able to just run over it all. Clear this. Yeah, I would have definitely thought that this was too deep for this machine. But as you can see, no real struggles with this here. Should have cleared enough space that the speedboat can get through no problem. I am going to need to just make sure that this debris is gone though. To make sure that we don't sink this as well. Okay, quick save. So yeah, basically what I had done was found how far I could drive this yesterday without sinking, and then I just made a ramp. So essentially what I'm going to try and do with this now is move this out again. I was able to create a boom the other day, and it connected right to where the crane fell, which was super helpful. This, obviously we have the boat like right against the wall, so it's not going to come into as much of a play as I was hoping. I'm hoping that this is just going to give us basically a secondary platform though. I can hopefully, at this rate, put up a plank to connect the boat and to connect this bucket boom, and hopefully that'll be enough to get the job done here. Gotta watch that we don't destroy this boat, or that we don't sever that wire. If I can just position the bucket, it might be okay. I want to position the bucket kind of right in front of the boat, because ideally I would connect a plank to the roof of the boat, and I would connect the bucket. You can see though, we're kind of teetering here. Whoa. Okay, don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden we're having a bit of a tough go with this backhoe. Okay. Now I wonder if where this is, can we connect a plank? Should be able to. Okay. That's not very nice. Again, unnecessary to have a plank there, but I definitely do not like this as much as how we had it set up yesterday, but I feel like we got really lucky with that tower falling where we needed it to. I don't know if that's something that's supposed to be able to happen, or if we just got really lucky that everything kind of panned out that way. But it did really give us a straight shot along the dam there. So that's definitely one thing that I'm most concerned about. The very beginning of this mission is really no big deal. As long as you have your corners and stuff set up, it's this part. So we'll see. Throw this apart, throw this stuff all out of the way. I'll try and leaf blow this. I don't know if it'll leaf blow. Okay. So that'll be easy enough. Thing is, we need to, okay, let's drive that truck over here. So the idea would be to jump in through the truck roof, grab the objective, hop out of the trailer, get into the speedboat, and then speed off into our escape hatch, or our escape boat. So we'll see. Like I said, the thing that kind of makes me the most worried about this run is just the sheer fact that I know we only had 0.6 seconds left before, and our dam pathway seems a little bit less efficient than it was. So. This should be fine. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Doesn't really matter where I slam that truck. Really what I want is this. So we're going to hop off the roof into here. Ideally we'll have the speedboat right here, so we would pop right out after getting this target. Just quick save this. Okay, so that's not going to slide out. Perfect. I want to be able to just hop out that top deck right into the trailer here. Steal this and go. I'll have the boat set up right there, and that should be all good. So let's do this. Again, I need to make sure I move all of this debris. Leaf blower is going to come super in handy for this. Probably get rid of this as well. Leaf blow, leaf blow. My boat a clear pathway so that I don't get stuck on anything. There is one other thing that I need to make sure I don't hit, and that is the steel containers over by the escape boat, but I will try and, as we go pick up the speedboat, try and plan that. Okay, so I'm not too concerned about the big orange crates. Pretty sure like right in between here is where I'm aiming for. I just need to make sure that I'm watching those. So like ideally I would come in between these, but I have to watch though because of this. So I'm just gonna aim for these wooden crates because they don't really slow me down, or they didn't at least yesterday, but this is my mark. All of these crates here, these yellow crates, are going to be kind of where I'm trying to take my boat so that I can avoid these crates. So ideally, if I can take it in through here, round the corner, and then if we slam it into that vent, I had no problem hopping into the escape boat with a couple of seconds left yesterday. So, should be good there. Where's our speedboat? All the way over in the corner, I believe, yeah. So you can see even still, with knowing what I know from doing this mission yesterday, it's still taken close to an hour to set up. And I still don't really know if this setup's gonna work. I had a very, very, very similar setup to this yesterday. My biggest concern, as I've mentioned a couple of times in this episode already, is really just the compatibility of that path that we have set up in the dam. If it doesn't work, I might have to see if I can get this platform involved. Wouldn't be the end of the world. I would just have to figure out where it actually makes the most sense to use, but I'm gonna just, before I go smashing this up, quick save now that it's here. And I want to make sure that we are just lined up, that we can take this in a straight line. So we're lined up with my yellow there. I know where I'm trying to go. Ideally, we would get even a little closer. I just don't want to run into any issues, though, when I'm trying to pick up the objective that I'm, like, it's got me switched between driving the vehicle, but I feel like that should be okay. I feel like I'm going to need to blow all of this out really quickly. Probably wouldn't hurt anyways. I just feel like I'm going to be frantically jumping as I do this run, so just to give myself some space. Okay, so I think we're pretty well good to paint the path. I'm gonna just start us back at the very beginning. Sorry, there's a lot of swimming in this to set this one up. It does take quite a considerable amount of time to swim to every location, but Ideally, we're going to be able to get this one in our first couple of attempts. I'm really hoping that that pathway is going to hold. It's not what I did yesterday. We'll see. It's definitely not nearly as straight of a path, so I am kind of worried. But we're going to paint this path here, so let's save. So, what do we do? Go from here. Okay. Gotta dodge that hole. Jump off onto this pipe. Come up here. In through here. We're gonna take our target. Up our plank. Gonna shoot over across to here. That could have been a lot tighter, but okay. Plank. Boom. Back up the plank. Right across. And now I'm going to just quickly try and draw something that's a nice tight line, because I screwed this up a couple of times yesterday. I need to know exactly where this objective is, because this is such a long roof. I want to just make sure that I'm doing the right angle. Okay, so it's going to be a little off, but it's better than what I had yesterday, so same sort of idea. We know exactly where the objective is. Okay, so again, I have to really make sure too that I don't stun my jump here. We gotta have enough speed coming off of that, but that's fine. Come up in here. The objective we know is right up at the top of these stairs, right here. And we'll come out the window, follow along this path. Remember to pick that one up. Like, even still, I don't know if I can just... This really is going to make very little difference, but... I feel like I'm going to be looking for anything to make this just a little quicker. Anything. Now I can just go through that whole thing. I really wish I didn't have to, yeah. Okay. Get my spray can back out. Down through here. Boom there. And then there. Okay. So quick save. That's our path. That's our path. Okay, so we can see we're going to start here, go to here. I'm going to do it tighter and just basically going to walk the edge of this roof, hop to here, hop inside here, come back out, straight across to the boat, hop into the tower here, come across. Yeah, we had it lined up so much nicer yesterday. I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite me, but like I said, if it does, we'll have to see. That platform would give us kind of one more stepping stone. I feel like that tower really helped us cover a lot more ground, though. You can see it's almost like a perfect bridge. I wonder if I could just kind of shoot it off at the top. Just gonna have it implode on itself. I don't know. If this doesn't work, I might spend a little bit more time with the tower, just because I know I've been able to put something together with the tower that does work. It's just, I don't want to keep kind of beating a dead horse there. I can't get it to fall the same way that it did before, so. But a lot of, I feel like, what I put together yesterday really did hinge on that, so. Let's give this a go, see how it works. Gotta walk the edge of this. Be the first real test here, just making sure that we don't underjump or overjump. Ah, we lost it. It wasn't too terrible, but it wasn't good either. some reason I got really tripped out when I got to that backhoe. Can't really do this part much quicker than we did, so I feel pretty good about that, but it's going to be just making sure that we're on point with everything else. Essentially, we get to this last half in like 30 seconds, so we've got 30 seconds to conquer these last couple of objectives. Okay. See if I can do this without tripping myself out. No, no, no! Okay, yeah, see? I think that's gonna screw us up, because I could not really have done that any quicker than I did. I'm gonna try it one more time, but I can't see how we could have done quicker than that with our current setup. And it's because we lose that little bit of time on that path of the dam. Hit the boat and everything last time, which is great. This is all good. Somehow we're actually, I think, a little over time though. The only thing that I missed last time was falling in the water here, so do it again. Ah! We're very close. We're very close. I almost need to take like the front of that boat off or something to make it easy to escape out of. Okay. That was another really good run, but let me try and take the front of that boat off because I couldn't really escape all that quick. I wonder if I'm cutting this too tight. I think what might help is to get just an extra second or two maybe. I gotta get rid of these crates and adjust my boat route a little bit. Because the last two times we've made it to the escape boat, so I feel pretty good about that. Again, I'm not saying that this is the most effective or efficient run by any means, but if we can get a straight path into this, and like I really just want to make sure that I'm kind of doing all of the damage that I need to on this, because I don't want in the final seconds my boat getting hung up on something stupid, because we do a lot of damage to the boat because of the material. We've got to make sure that it's kind of sunk down enough. So okay, that's basically going to be the play. I'm going to adjust the boat to line up with this. And hopefully we can get the little bit of time that we lose back. I need to line up with this pipe. So I'm going to try and make this as yellow as I possibly can. Worst case, I'll line up with this. But it's essentially the same area. I'm also going to blow out the front of the boat. I don't want to swim that, so let's just run back over there. Make sure that we get our jumps and stuff timed right. Yeah, see, I hit a little bit of a blip in the roof there, so let's make sure that this is nice and yellow. Make it nice and easy to see, because that's not. We lose it a little bit. This is very frantic when we get to this point, especially since all the yellow blends, but it is what it is. Might even just see if I can put another plank here. just to make it even easier. I just want a straight shot. That's it. That's all I want. That might have screwed things up though. How easy is that going to be to hit? Okay, that's not so bad. Should eliminate a little bit. I'm gonna, just before I get too crazy, shotgun this off. That should be fine. Okay, that's better. Might not look like that'll save a little, or it doesn't look like it'll save too much, but honestly that's gonna play less tricks with my head for sure. Just get popping up right in here. Okay. Boom. Even if I can do this. Pop right in down to the right into the trailer here. Okay. How much? Okay, I got a lot of condition. Okay, so I want to take this off. I got to make sure that I don't trip this wire though. Let's take this roof off and take the windshield off. Be able to drive quickly out of there. Look at that. Barely did anything for our condition. We should be able to just pop out of there. I'm hoping. I might actually lower this a bit more. Okay. Now I need to adjust just a little bit our angle here. Don't really know how much of a difference that's going to make, but gonna be shooting right for there. Okay, probably didn't make too much of a difference, but a couple of little tweaks because we were not far off these last two times. And I'd much rather make a couple of little tweaks than have to spend a whole bunch of time trying to reorganize that tower or try and get the platform involved. Just because I know what I had work yesterday. The biggest single difference here is just the sheer fact that we do not have the hydro tower involved. But I can't get it to fall the same way, so try this again. I don't know if like running and jumping makes a difference in speed too or no, but take it easy on this roof here. It's close. Okay, so we're still in and around the same time as we typically are when we get to this point, 29 seconds. I hit a little bit of a snag there. Got that though, it's kind of nice. Should be able to just run right up this. That's nice. Still, you can see though, we're in and around the same time even still. With like 12 seconds left. There we go. So I actually did a little better than I did yesterday, which is awesome. Probably not by much. I didn't do better than I did yesterday. 0.4 seconds. I had a 0.6 second escape time yesterday, but this one obviously took me a lot less time to set up. You can see we stuck very, very closely here to our spray painted path. Yeah, very, very excited to have this completed on camera this time. Again, it's a little different this episode than all of my previous ones. All my other ones that I've recorded, I did not have any prior existing knowledge to completing. This one, obviously, I completed yesterday, but obviously had a little bit of a glitch and it didn't record. So that's the only reason I was able to set this one up a little bit quicker, a little less efficiently, but a little bit quicker. It took me, you know, a little over an hour versus closer to 3 to do this mission, but we were able to get all 8 objectives here. Super excited. Let's just quickly check and see if this pops us into the chase here, and it looks like it does. Awesome. So I'll be able to complete this one now too. What I learned with this one the other day is I did not do well with vehicles, so I ended up getting the rare achievement. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called runner-up, but it's the achievement for not using vehicles in this map to complete it. I found the vehicles slowed me down. I just kind of run and gun to get cover, maintain cover anyways. I found it to be a lot easier when you can pop in and out of buildings, but admittedly though, this still did take me a little bit of time to kind of figure out and come up with a strategy. It was very hard and very fast-paced when I didn't have an idea of where I was going in this map. I was just kind of running towards the arrow. But yeah, and I kept getting stuck on stuff too, that's one thing. I kept getting stuck on things. A lot of like finicky like wall damage or whatever. But definitely I would highly recommend having a fully upgraded shotgun in this map, because it definitely helps if you can run and gun and have all of these rounds just to be able to blow through here and get as much protection as possible. You see, I'm just like frantically running around. I don't even think to this point that I've taken a point of damage. That one I missed my cover. Just kind of running through this, trying to get out of here. I got stuck on the trees though. Having a tough time navigating this. Not even sure I took a lick of damage there, so that's pretty cool. Okay, trying to get into the boat, I took a little bit of damage, but all said though, took me 1.5 minutes, I guess a little over that, closer to 2 minutes, but the chase really isn't all that hard. Once you have an idea of where you're going. Honestly, you're just trying to run straight towards the arrow. You can't really plan out a route, because if you hit the map button, it doesn't actually pause the game. It does not stop the chopper from coming, so it's not all that easy by any means to do it. Just keep running, keep moving. If you run and gun, as you can see there, you really don't take a whole lot of damage. I wouldn't have taken a lick of damage if it wasn't for trying to get into the boat. For some reason, it wasn't letting me hit E to escape, but very cool ending to the end of the first chapter. I had no idea that this was going to be the end of the first chapter. No real idea what to expect for chapter 2. I would imagine many other differences kind of await here. As I said, at the end of what would have been my last episode, I did unlock Nitroglycerin, and I did go through and upgrade that, so I'll just kind of bring everybody up to speed with what I did. So Nitroglycerin containers are highly explosive and cause massive damage. They can be placed anywhere and will blow up when shot, in fire, or otherwise broken. So that's very cool. These to me sound like sticky bombs that we're either going to need to shoot or just add to a fire or something of that nature to make them explode. So I guess they don't detonate on their own, which I actually didn't realize until just rereading this now. But you can see, I think you start out with 6 rounds. Maybe it's 4 rounds, and then I upgraded. Maybe it is just 4. But I have gone through, and I think I put in 2 upgrades here. I'm down to 147 cash again, so obviously I don't have a whole lot of money. But we're going to be picking up in the next episode with Tracy the van. I have not played any of Chapter 2 here, so very excited. I would imagine that by reading this inbox message, that's what's going to kind of kick off Chapter 2. But we were able to get a couple of achievements when we played through this. We got, I don't remember if it's like Summer's Over or something. That is the achievement for making it to Chapter 2. And again, we also got runner-up, which is not using any vehicles to complete the chase. So very excited. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something from this video. Hopefully you found it entertaining. Super appreciate you guys spending any bit of time hanging out with us today. If you like this video, give it a like. Any comments or questions that you might have, make sure you're dropping them in our comment section. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Friendly Frenzy Games YouTube channel, where we've got a lot more Teardown content on there already. Obviously, a lot more coming. Usually daily. Sometimes we're a day behind, but we usually have 1 or 2 pieces of content coming out daily for Teardown. So again, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we will see you all in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.